my people. I'm using my gimbal. I have a feeling it's all my fault. I can stop blaming ASL for it. I think my phone's just too heavy because I have stuff attached to it, like a big old heavy case that has cards in it, and it's just like, I have a feeling it's too heavy for that. I actually did look it up. So, just got out of my car. I was listening to Rabbit's feed yesterday, and people were probably laughing at me as I was driving here because I'm bouncing around, giggling, just like losing my mind, because Rabbit was just like, oh my God, that was so fun. Yeah, because we all heard what happened yesterday. I don't belong to a cult. I belong to a lot of people concerned about certain things in this world, and certain people being buttheads in this world. Oh crap, I forgot. I don't have my talking up. I have to go back to the car. I opaqued out my messaging chat thing so you could see, and it didn't work. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to go to StreamYard. Damn it! I even opaqued it out. Hi, Fuzz. What a bummer. I'm just probably gonna have to go to StreamYard. I wonder if that bald guy's from Scientology. I wonder. Am I moving around a lot? I shouldn't be, because I even put the DGI. Pleasantly surprised to see you. Why are you pleasantly surprised to see Fuzz? She's always first. I thought you had a meeting. You know, every time you tell me when you have a meeting, I actually wind up streaming at the same time. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you could see them? Do you wish you could hang out with them? Do you wish they weren't declared by the higher ups in your organization? You know, so then you could like call them when you wanted to, and maybe ask them a question that they might know that you don't. Don't you ever think of that? It might be a good thing to think about. Oh, 3 o'clock. What time is it? 2:51. I just made it. You should listen to Rabbit's stream on the way home, Papa Cat, from yesterday. It's funny. So, don't you wish you were out here doing something? Don't you wish I would just shut up sometimes? Sorry, can't do that. I'm got empathy and compassion and humanity, and worry about my fellow people who are stuck inside buildings just sitting there making money, even though your first guy who talked to God and came up with all of this said that fundraising is bad. The little one's the one who changed that dogma and said fundraising is good. So that and Natalie Webster this morning put on her blog that Cairo's going to go places and go visit events this year. Guess I'm going to have to look these things up. I could probably get a few more people to come with me to protest you guys there. And you know skateboarders aren't going to like their stuff messed with. You know, like their scene being interrupted by a bunch of old people because this old guy thinks he's the bee's knees and will start going around passing out flyers. Are you gonna have all your friends or all your Scientology people all dressed up like skater punks and then trying to be cool, which will be very interesting, because the one thing I've learned from ex-Scientology people is they're like homeschooled nerds. They don't know what the hell is going on in the real world. So you can dress them up any way you want to, but that follow-up part just probably isn't going to work. So you better think about that for a little bit before you decide to, go the rest of the way. It sounds a little weird if you ask me. Sorry, I'm looking. I've got my phone, at my phone now. So, I mean, if you think you can pull it off, if you're at that age where you think you can be cool and old, I hated that age too because I looked ridiculous. So, maybe you should think twice about it and don't even... Scientology's a cult! Don't you know that? There's a gold vest walking away from me. Why don't you know that? Why do you work for those people? They don't care about you. And you better not think about bringing any teenagers with you, because you know what? That's just going to get ugly. So, unless you can figure out a way to do Scientology and Kyra at the same time, you better not be bringing anybody under the age of 18. Because I'm sure somebody I'll know will take my my video and turn it into something that's going to make you guys look even worse. Did you ever think about that? So yeah, the chat. I was trying to change the chat so it was opaque, so it wouldn't see here. So yeah, and it seems to be something going on besides you know who in the big yellow jacket. Seem to be intoned that there's some weird crap going on. This is why, in a weird way, I like being the redhead stepchild, because I don't have to worry about the in crowd, out crowd, or whatever. I'm just me here. Not a journalist, not an in-depth reporter, just a protester who likes to talk about structural engineering and computer programming and how to keep yourself private on the internet and stuff like that. So, hell, I don't even go to Reddit. I actually know a long time ago. I go to Reddit for, am I the asshole? That's the only thing, or the comic book I was in. But otherwise, I don't go to Reddit for anything else. And I don't understand Discord, so I am pretty much a completely daft protester here, even on a channel that I didn't even start for protesting. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you didn't have to listen to that awful song all the time when I show up? It's bad enough that I have to listen to it on this side, and it's muffled. It's got to be horrible in a marble vestibule. So, don't you wish you weren't doing that? Don't you wish you were, like, doing something else? Going to the library, finding out things you shouldn't be doing, reading banned books, you know, things like that, where you can expand your horizons instead of being, I don't know, retarded in your mindset. So, and I mean, like, the real, you know, where it's like, oh my God, it's Richard Marx again. Oh, please. Just had to do it really loud this time. Well, I know they're not going to call the cops today. So, come on, people, talk. Talk to me. I don't see it on my, on my what? Hello. I think someone's taking a picture of me. Great. Oh no, it's coming off as taking a picture of the building. Hi. I'm pissing her off. Because when she brings the picture, when she brings it down, I wave. Let's see, we're going to try it one more time. Let's see. Come on, lady. Don't you want to take one more picture of me? It's not like you can miss me. I'll stay right there where she can't see me. I got the pole between me and her. Oh my God, they're fleeing. Run! Run! Scientology is bad for you. You'll get cooties. You'll be struck dumb by all the programming you're having to go through. At least your brain's clean. It's being washed every day. I swear to God, Rabbit and her songs to say bye to you-know-who about was hilarious. I got something else to throw away. I'm wearing a hoodie I haven't worn in a while. I got Kleenex and everything in it. So yeah, no, the thing with Rabbit was just awesome. I loved bouncing around the car, and I'm thinking, we need a real Scientology DJ that people can visit. We need a DJ channel. And how hard is it to become like a Spotify channel? And I could just tease Papa Cat and do it myself. Because, you know, he's a DJ. My best friend was a DJ. My hairdresser is a DJ. Let's see, who else do I know? Two of my closest, my little brothers are DJs. They're my big little brothers. I don't know. I work in the industry. So it's like from all the years of watching them, and when I was younger, when my best friend was a DJ, it's a cult. You don't want to be in here. Why are you in here? What is making you stay in here? There's got to be something else you can do with your life besides sit there and smoke cigarettes. It causes cancer. Ugh. She was lighting up as she walked away. Hi, Retired Red. Welcome to my channel. My channel is very goofy today and probably will be goofy from now on. I wonder if they're all going to hide somewhere to smoke. We should go look. See how they just seem to be fleeing. I don't think they want to hear me or something. I don't know. So let's go on a walk. You can even tell that I'm like boogied out because, you know, Rabbit just made me freaking laugh with the Bye to SH's songs. So it was just hilarious. And still, I'm still slightly mad at them. No credit advice or working advice today. I can smell the cigarette smoke. Where are they? Are they hiding? No, they all went to eat somewhere, probably. Boring, bummer.
And then it's left on the main deck.
And it's emptied out. What the hell is going on? I rely on that art law just to be there, but it looks like it's leaving. It's still Lawyer Row. So, you know, we can look at it from here. So I had like 3 of them escape when I was up the block. And then one, I guess, that was coming from lunch. If you're like, this is the magical time, which is 2:30, I'm going to have to trade cars to Papa Cat on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays because my car is too old to be sitting in traffic with the air conditioner on. I love my car. I'm going to miss my car. I really am. But, you know, boring. I did avoid trying to come here because I was a little confused. You know how when you're like, you get your happies going when you get mentioned in a stream? Feels like I've been actively not mentioned in streams on purpose, and I'm thinking, what the hell did I do? And it just the whole sort of vibe, I'm like, what did I do? You just don't know what's going on. What did I do? And you don't know how to say it, so you're just like sitting here going, what did I do? Figuring I'm just letting it go because I'm just paranoid, because unfortunately that's what this place does, is make you paranoid. I'm tired of being paranoid. So thank you. So why are you guys leaving here as fast as you can when I show up? Are you told to leave, or do you leave of your own free will because you don't want to listen to what I'm saying? It's just one of those general questions that'd be great if it was answered, so I could know what not to do, and I could know what time to be here. Is it possibly a shift change? Well, I know it's a smoke time. I saw that last lady go to the Little Meridian and then light up a cigarette. So, you know, we all love the smell of cigarette smoke in San Francisco. It does give you cancer and it will kill you. No matter what anybody says. The little one hasn't changed that dogma. He's an idiot. And you guys don't take care of your people. You just throw them in a hospital and leave it be. Yeah, I heard that one, that you don't do co-pays, and so you still don't provide care for your own people, which violates the tax-free code. You don't give services to the outside. You don't give services to the inside. So that means that you're not spending the money that you're not being taxed on, which is illegal. I'm sure somehow, somewhere, the FBI is putting all of this together because, hell, something's got to be going on. I'm used to being ignored. I'm just one protester. But you guys are a whole, like, conglomeration across the country. So, and it's really quiet. So, do you ever get the feeling the FBI might just raid LA or Clearwater for no reason one of these days? No reason as far as you're concerned. How are you going to fix that one? How do you fix that dumpster fire if it happens at the orgs? Do you guys just all lock up? That would be interesting. If I was you, I'd be just a little paranoid. A little bit more paranoid than you are at the moment. Than you ever will be. Yes, I know. I think there's something up because they're so ignored by the government right now. That sort of IRS thing they did, that was, 20 years ago now? So, don't have time for that anymore. All it takes is 20 years. Scientology is a cult. For them to figure out, and for, this place to get, to lose enough money that they're not going to be, and lose enough people, because the zealots are the ones who destroyed it, or who, fought with the IRS. And I'm sure the zealotry around here is diminishing. So, my plaque. Fuzzy, have you seen any moose today? So, there's something. It's just so quiet when it comes up to the government around here. So, it's like, I can't see. Well, we know why the media is ignoring us is because we're not making them any money. We're just a bunch of weirdos protesting, Scientology. I saw the videos on, the news bits on the People's Temple when he was over here, and then when they went down to Guyana, oh, that was fun. Watching everybody's children, because mostly older people, or a lot of older people. Children in Oakland would say, adult children in Oakland would say, why did they take my grandmother? Or why did they take my mother? They don't know what the heck was going on here. So it's like, there's nothing going on here. Scientology is a cult, you know that. I'm surprised you guys get to have enough money for food. Give up and go home. I'm in a mood today, that's for sure. I like me in moods. They wear me out, but let's see. I can't read. I need a... Yes. Fingers crossed. So, they weren't too amused. Is it lunchtime? Is it time to maybe get a new job? Do you know how to get a new job? You can just go online to a job placement program and they'll give you money. Give you money. That's a lie. They will give you information how to start working through their agency. And if you work through their agency, they will place you somewhere that you're suited for, because Lord knows all this administrative work you do here, there are places you can be placed really easy and fast. And it'll be more money than you make at any retail job that you have to have at night. So you might want to consider that when you're leaving Scientology, because you're probably not going to have any credit whatsoever, because they've managed to destroy your credit rating because they have maxed out your credit cards. Now, is that something you want to live with? You better not. You should work on fixing all of that. Oh, the music went down again the minute I mentioned credit. I'm not going to give them their credit. I'm not giving their credit advice today. All they get is work advice. And I might have to pop out my phone, put it on the gimbal, because it's on the grab. It's on the, the thingy, that. I can't remember what it's called. Ugh, my brain fog days have been a little extreme lately. Yes, and the Papa Cat fixed my cup of coffee app. So soon I'll be able to get it from there too. So, hello puppy. Even though I should say, don't send me money, send it to Ash. She's going to need it.
Exactly, so...
And that's just because I'm me, and I know she's going to need it. I saw her stream today, so... Or her little vignette today. So, yes, go over there and give her money for lawyers and things. Because it's expensive living in San Francisco, and lawyers here are probably more expensive than life. So do that, be good, do what is good and compassionate in this world. My expenses are a pain in the butt, but it's just another pain in the butt. So you know how it is. Sorry, dead air. I know, it's like I can't help it. I always think of ASL when I have dead air, because I'm thinking, you know, you're not doing anything if you have dead air. So, you know, you're a cult in France, right? Designated. And Papa Cat's company is owned by a French company. We make jokes about telling his boss about me, and that the home company would probably give me a fund for it, or give us a fund for it, because they really don't like this place in France. So since you're a cult in France, how do you get away with that here? Because France is considered, you know, one of the real countries around in the United States. Did you get like called a cult when the blonde old guy was here? And since he hated France, he got away. You guys got away with not having to be worrying about it here, because he didn't want anything to do with them. Politics is an ugly thing, you think. Politics is stupid if you think about it. So I'm not taking it from a political point of view. I'm just trying to like make you think about why maybe you've got this, that, or the other. You know, timelines, things like that. Things that'll show up in history books, as opposed to what the real politicians want in history books. So you should probably leave. 727-266-5797. Right? Number. I need the number again. Thank you, Fuzz, for putting that up for Ash. So you want to go to sptvfoundation.org, sptvfoundation.com, thesptvfoundation.org, thesptvfoundation.com, and look on how you can get help to come out and become a productive member of society. The brain fog's off today. 727-266-5797. Thank you, Fuzz. That is the number to call if you want to start getting out of here. Hell, if I even see you hiding behind my car, I will ask you a few questions, and then I will take you home to get you started getting on the road to getting the heck out of here. So if we are evil and we're trying to mess up your club, yeah, we just don't want to mess up the people in it. We actually care about the people in it, because the programming is really hard, and you guys sincerely are not listening. And other cults who've been like this wind up in weird countries doing really bad things with Kool-Aid. And it really was Kool-Aid. Nestle tried really hard to get that out of there. But you can see it on the original pictures. The boxes said Kool-Aid. So is that what you want to do eventually? Is go after or listen to the bleating of a little guy who doesn't understand why this never worked, and why isn't anybody brainwashed like they were when you know, LRH was alive, where he finds out he really is nothing and doesn't do anything for anybody? Do you really want to be part of that? Lord knows what he'll do at that point, because people with those egos, those massive, massive egos, do stupid, stupid things when they found they have lost. Hi, Fluff. How are you today? We're gonna figure out how to make your picture bigger so I can put it on the wall at home, because it's gorgeous. Who are your friends and family? When was the last time you checked to see what your personal census was? They sure aren't the person sitting next to you or a blood relation that's in Scientology, because you're all supposed to disconnect because you're all like sentient beings or whatever the hell you are. Tribbles, Triffids, Thetans, Tribble Thetans, something like that. But those people you can't trust, because you're only supposed to trust the place you belong to, not the people that are in it. That's not really fair, is it? That's not really something you want to do with your life, is it? Don't you want to come out here and be able to trust somebody instead of pretending that you trust somebody? Especially when they audit you, because they keep those notes and actually put them inside the club's public view for the elder people, higher ups, officers, whatever the heck you call them this week, so they can see. It's not private. It's private from the outside world. It's not private from the inside workings of your club. Sorry, truth sucks. So you're telling people things that you wouldn't tell your best friend, and you're expecting them not to be sent around on their own computers. Doesn't work that way. They love spreading gossip, as far as I can tell. Lord knows, in Chicago, they had all those papers that I don't know if they scanned them or what, but they threw away all those audit papers without shredding them first. So, of course, we got our hands hold of them because they're sitting out there in the public. If the garbage can's on public property, it's not your garbage can anymore. And you should know that because your people used to buy garbage when they were raiding other people who left Scientology a long time ago. We've seen that. There are TV shows that before really good editing where it was being done on purpose. And the people that were in those shows were somewhere else doing something else bad. So it's not like a 3-card Monty. It is real. It is not fake. It is not a carnival ride. It is really the things that your club is doing to you. And Chicago was just 3 or 4 months ago. So you should be careful with your garbage. I won't go get your garbage. I don't do garbage. But it's like, you should make sure all your things are secure, because from what I can tell, everybody who knew what they were doing in IT is gone and is now talking on YouTube, which you might want to check out. And you can just look up Scientology, SPTV. You can look up actually sptv.space. It's got all the information on us. It tells you when we're online or doing live. It shows you other places you can look up for reference. I don't think that many people can lie on a consistent basis who don't know each other's phone numbers. How about that one? The only information I have for the rest of my people is the stuff I can get off the internet. That's it. We're not a gang. We're not an organized group. But actually, if you look at protesting in the day and age and the evolution of protesting, most people were not an organized group. A lot of people used to just come off the street and start protesting because it seemed like a good cause. And I've had enough people walk by me saying, good, keep up the fight. I've had enough people around here going, good, keep up the fight. It's amazing how these people who I go and am a customer at actually don't hate me because they know I'm not the devil. I don't believe in the devil. So the devil doesn't exist to me. So the only way I'd be a devil is if I wore red horns and a tail. Halloween maybe. Who knows? Hell, if I could find an ugly black polyester suit, I'll be one of you guys for Halloween. Because isn't that what it's all about? Is it Halloween is making fun of things that you find to be making fun of? I don't know what that is. Every time they open a door, it goes off. So, see. I actually try not to film anything anymore. Oh, it's the Amazon guy, I think. He has his own car now. Interesting. So, wouldn't you rather be at the grocery store getting stuff for a salad you want to make and not something they told you to make? Because I wouldn't be surprised if they actually tell you what to eat, when to eat, and what to put in the food you're eating. Sort of like, hi, Dr. Media. We are doing well today, or I am. I hope everybody else is. Because I've heard you have to take a lot of something called niacin that isn't healthy to your body. You know, go to the library and check that out on in a book at the library, which you can go to for free. They will not scan your fingerprints. They will not make you show them your ID. The only time that happens is when you want to have a library card. So you go roam that huge main library in San Francisco for free and look up these things that people are telling you to see if they're right or wrong. I don't see how the main library can be lying to you as much as we are. It would be pretty impossible unless you believe in the whole world being under some demon's hand and they're expecting a lot of emergencies. That box had a cross on it, like it was, well, it had a white cross on it. Isn't that like pot or something? That's funny, in my opinion. Hi, Aki. Hello, people. Yes, isn't it fun just to listen to me twaddle on? So, here is my pyramid. It is my pyramid. There is not another pyramid in the world like it. Egypt doesn't count because it wasn't made by man. Oh, no, that's a lie. Egypt doesn't count because it wasn't made in last century. How about that one? Oh, look, they're trying to recruit the Amazon guy. You know, you should just let them do their deliveries. Don't try to recruit your delivery people, because then if it doesn't work, they won't deliver to you anymore. That one was funny. Thank you. I know. I can't help it. And it's all like in my head. That's the thing. It's like, that's why I try to listen in the morning to Natalie, Marilyn, and Erin if I can. While I'm getting dressed and getting up and drinking coffee. And then on the way here, I used to sing because it helps, you know, with the endorphins and stuff. But now I'm like watching other people and listening to other people. And it seems like on my way home now is Nora. So, because Nora's just way too fun. I cannot wait to meet her in Portland, because I'm going up to Portland for at least a week this summer to go see my not aunt and my real aunts. Let's see. Yeah, usually one person takes it on the way home because I have traffic. So it's been Nora lately, and sometimes Liz. I haven't seen Liz on a lot. I was listening to her a little bit this morning. But yeah, so all these things get stuck in my head, and then since I thought I turned that off. And since I've always been like a talker, that's why they put me at the front door at clubs. I can put these things in form sentences. So, what did you get delivered today? Was it important, or was it just regular old coursework? Or was it actually newly revised coursework? Because I've heard that's one of the ways you guys make money, is revising everything. That's not exactly kosher, do you think? It's like, wow, I guess the dictionary does it, but you guys aren't adding things. So, you know, that credit rating of yours must be really impossible right now because you're spending all your time in here. I wonder what your credit score is. I wonder how you can fix your credit score. I wonder how many banks you belong to. You should probably look that up just by your name in something like a people search or something to find out how overextended you are, and that they'll tell you you can't get out because you are so tremendously overextended. That's bull. Any credit agency, any credit card will help you get rid of your balances just by helping you pay it off. Even if it's only 3 cents on the dollar, they will help you. But if you don't want to listen to me talk about it, then I won't. Have fun with your Richard Marx songs, freaks. Hi, sitting on defense. It's just natural. It's so weird. You're welcome, Johnny. Yes, help Ash. She is a very sweet person. No, I just absorb all this stuff because I love watching history and stuff. And I actually think I know where I found out about the religion and wars and things like that. I think it started with, believe it or not, Time Team. Hi, Carla A. Yes, it's a show that has like a famous comedian that's British, and they dig up people's backyards. England has a lot of relics because, you know, the Romans were over there and stuff. But if I remember right, he was talking about the Middle Ages one time, and why the necessity for religion was because of because people wanted armies. And so to have armies, they started religions or started a mission of a religion. And then they fed the people outside of it and took care of them to convince them to become part of their armies. So this is what Scientology isn't doing. They're not doing anything to people, so people have no reason to become part of their army. So it's things like that. It's just things that pop up like that. I loved telling people about stuff. And I just find what stuff goes with what stuff. See? Brain fog grammar sucks. And that's how I get the little lectures. That and I get sort of rolling, you know, like, why aren't you paying attention to people? Oh, you guys are going to have fun on Father's Day because my father is still alive, so I can still talk about him like I miss him because I will have missed the lunch I was going to have with him the day before. So get ready for Father's Day, people. And we have Memorial Day. Are you guys going to be open Memorial Day? I can tell you a lot about the military and Memorial Day and what you're supposed to be doing that day instead of sitting in there making money for your cult. So Memorial Day is supposed to be spent thinking of those who've given their lives for our country. You know, that's why people go to military cemeteries, and we have a ton of them around here. We have the Golden Gate Cemetery, which is beautiful. And we have the one out here. We have two military cemeteries within like 5 miles of each other. And the one out here in the marina, they do, this is what Boy Scouts used to do. Boy Scouts used to put flags in the plots to get, you know, help get badges, work on badges. So, hi Carla. Did I say hi to you, Ray? The brain fog is real, unfortunately. So, I'm getting toxins out of my body, or I'm trying to. I just did get the official diabetes, but not from my doctor. I got it from the prescription that I picked up yesterday. So controlling these things may help with the brain fog. I'm happy that I've gotten to 3-syllable words. Let's just put it that way. 4 syllables are my goal. So I know you can't run the boombox out here because it disturbs people. Lord knows those songs disturb me. And you probably can't pick a correct genre to play on Spotify because there are so many people who like so many different types of music over here that you're ticking somebody off. So, and the deli across the street's a little frou-frou, so I'm sure they don't want music in the background either. Unless it's like in Italian. Or wait, French. Maison Nico, French. So what do you do to not listen to me here? Do you all huddle in the back while I'm here, since it's only usually an hour, and then just come back out? I mean, I saw you guys yesterday because I had to go exchange a backpack. So when I came back from around the corner, I saw you guys practically celebrating, and then you ran back in. And you should not be smoking at the end of the cupola, portico, whatever. Because you're not supposed to smoke within 50 feet of your building. Now, you wouldn't want me to get that one in pictures, would you? That would be another interesting violation. I wonder if you get a fire marshal with that one, like you get if you lock the doors. So, remember, you have to be 50 feet away from the front door to smoke. You're going to kill yourself. Don't kill everybody with you. And you might want to stay out of like the breezeway of other people walking, because this is San Francisco and we will tell you when you're being disgusting. You might want to go find a corner somewhere to do that, because it just doesn't look good on anybody either. And when we see the younger ones, not the children, but the younger adults smoking, it looks weird, because nobody should be smoking anymore. So, and vaping is just as bad, because nicotine is also bad for you too. So you can't win there. So you might want to start doing something else with that habit, so you don't keel over and die, because they need all the people they can get, since they aren't getting anybody who's new, who isn't born into it, or who's been in it so long. Because we all know what you do with your elderly. You turn them into light janitorial, or you turn them into cafeteria workers. Heard a story the other day about an 88-year-old cafeteria worker. Jesus, people. You need to find a resort, or make part of the blue building some kind of elderly without bunk beds, so they can relax and die in peace, or let them go back to their families. You know, I'm sure at the older age they are, that their families would take them back, or somebody in their family, or an old friend or something like that, because that's just freaking cruel. Nobody should be working unless they absolutely want to after the age of 75, and that's a revision from 65. It's just that you can't, if you don't have anything saved up, you have to work longer. But you sure as hell should not be working till you're 88, pushing a cafeteria cart around. You guys have more than enough money to take care of your elderly. And maybe if you took care of your elderly, you could brainwash them to bring the rest of their family in. But you guys don't think in the long run, do you? You just want to get the world clear and get the hell out of here. It's not going to happen. Statistically impossible. So now do you have a percentage of people that you're supposed to clear before you can leave the planet? When you leave the planet, it's called dying. So I don't know if I necessarily want to clear the planet that fast, because that means that you get to die. Sort of like an Armageddon sort of thing, or a second coming sort of thing. Nobody really knows what happens. Everybody's assuming it, because as every single religion says, you get your brain washed and you get restarted all over again. As a little person, and as you get older, you're supposed to discover the things you are, or need to do, or I wonder if there's anybody who thinks that nothing has ever happened to them before. Are there any people like that in Scientology, or did you demand that you had a past life? I think it would be sort of, prejudice to think that everybody who comes in these doors has had a past life. Somebody might not have had one, supposedly. I mean, I don't buy the whole past life thing anyway, but, because everybody's Jesus or Buddha or now Ray Charles, and it's like, no, you have to be Joe Blow on the street after somebody, somebody could say that they're Marilyn again. The Jesus one is interesting, because if you're not religious, you don't believe in Jesus, so how could you be Jesus? Same thing with Siddhartha. There's no pictures or paintings, or all of religion is basically theory, which is fine, but how can you claim to be somebody in somebody else's religion if it's all theory? It's just one of those things I'd like to know. Who are clapping? I'm missing things. See, Papa Cat comes home at night and tells me what I've missed. And it's like, I would love to have the YouTube. I've got to figure out, maybe I'll email Mindy, because Mindy Willens has a Prime 2, or a Prism 2, but she doesn't have, floating chats on it. So, I think I tried to look it up yesterday, and it gave me the same old answer, which is good luck. So I don't know. Let's go walk down and visit Richard. Shouldn't have called that door. It's the Richard door. Because all they play is that bad Richard Marx song. It's not Richard Marx. Papa Cat asked me once and I said no. Oh, you have to see these. They're goofy. See those? Those are my Hello Kitty leopard Vans. Yes, I have a problem. And it's called Hello Kitty. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. I'm a history buff, which is my father-in-law who's passed. It's his comeuppance, because my husband was never into history and his father was a history professor at a university. So I showed up, the uneducated one, and I love history. And oh, look, we're going to have to beat somebody to the door. So anyway, his dad loved me, even though he was a doctor. Papa Cat's the only non-doctorate in his family. So he's a dumb one. It's a cult. Why do you want to work there? Why do you want to be there? Don't you ever think that maybe they're taking advantage of you and doing everything you don't want to do? Maybe you're unhappy working there? Did you ever think about that? Do you really want to work there all the time? Do you really want to be overextended with your credit? Do you really want to have menial jobs outside of here that don't make you any money? Or if you're Sea Org, do you like making only $53 a month? Do you think maybe they started something with you? Because if you're born here, that means they can control your whole life, because they basically have had their paws on you since you were about 8. So if you're about 8, that means that they could have started your credit history. They could have started, they may even have bought houses under your name, because they have ultimate control of your destiny, because you were born in. So you know what? You can come out of there even if you were born in, and go to court and claim yourself back. It's not hard, and there are people who will help you do it, because we want you out of there. We don't want you being controlled by someone. Freaks. I love it when they close that door. Hey, Jurgen. Yes, Jurgen in Atlanta. I love it. So, no, I'm just thinking I'm hungry. I've not been eating a lot in the past couple of days once I saw my test scores. Well, then with everything that seems to have been going around lately, it stressed me out a little bit. Now I'm going to start not giving a darn about gossip again. So, because it's not healthy for me. I mean, that's the thing. Gossip isn't healthy for normal people. I'm crazy. So gossip really isn't healthy for me. And I'm very good at just, that's why I said I don't go on Reddit. I don't go on Discord. I only go to the people I'm subscribed on, unless it's recommended I go somewhere else. I've made it, I guess I've made it pretty insular, but I don't have to then fight for stuff that never happened, or be accused of things that he just came out. Damn it. Or be accused of things that I didn't do, and he just came out. Is this just like some kind of... What are you, just letting people come out on the side that I'm not at? That's not very unique. I don't know. So, gossip is the devil's telephone. Okay, I'm sorry, but I picture you in a dress with one of those flowered aprons over it, with like a rolling pin going, gossip is the devil's telephone. How many times do I need to tell you that? I'm sorry. No, I'm so mean. I am a complete California northerner. Everywhere else is like, woo! And I'm brown, so I'm slightly afraid of everything that is not comfortable with brown. Even after all these years, it's still strange to be in. First time I ever went to the South, I was just completely amazed that everybody who worked in a mall, and I mean absolutely everybody who worked in a mall, was white. It was so weird. You creep me out, honestly. So I would try to fix that, but it's not the same here. I mean, yeah, it sucks. Everybody's prejudiced of something or another. I mean, you know, there's the major prejudicial people, but it's not the same here. So those buildings, the whole neighborhood. Well, it is from the Gilded Age. It is the 1880s to, actually, these buildings I would say are probably built after the earthquake. What the earthquake didn't knock down in 1906, it burned. Actually, I take that back. This is not an 1880 building. This is a 1911 building, I think. It's on the plaque. No, it's not on the plaque. I have to look it up. I think it's 1911. So yeah, that's the thing. You talk about the earthquake, but it's not really the earthquake. It's the fire that destroyed everything and started Chinatown in Oakland. Because there was a big Chinese guy who invited people over because, you know, get away from the prejudice of being Chinese in Oakland or San Francisco and come to Oakland. So that's how Oakland Chinatown was made. So yes. Good. I'm not, see, I can't be like prejudicially bad because my dad, who's my stepfather, is white. The joke is his family's so white they don't have chins. So it's like, I know, it's just I've never seen something like that being from here. And the farthest I've really gone to on a regular basis would be Portland or LA. So it was like, that was before. That's when I went to meet his family. And it was just like, wow, okay. Yes. Well, that's also what part of the Gilded Age was about too, was that they were trying to recreate French chateau sort of aesthetic. So the people before that were, if you go play on the Gilded Age podcast, they explain the whole thing. And that's how I do it. It's like I glean off of a lot of things and see if they're true or make sense. This is why I hope I'm not upsetting people with gleaning off of their blogs or their YouTubes. Don't do it necessarily on purpose and don't take total claim for it. I think I might have been stepping on some toes and I'm sorry. So I'm going to have to do a lot more studying on my own. Which I normally do anyway, because YouTube's got so many documentaries. So don't you wish you were with your family right now or your friends, getting ready to hang out and watch a movie, and, you know, whoever's dog is visiting, you know, trying to get them to get off the couch and figuring out what you're going to have for dinner, instead of sitting here with your nose to your computer trying to make more money for the little one, because the little one can never have too much money. Unfortunately, that's the whole thing that's done with your club. It's being advanced or stuttering or what is that? Oh God, it's getting worse. I might have to end early. Dog paddling. Basically, your club is dog paddling in the place it is right now, because it's not really going forward. And it's not really going back, but it is stepping down backwards. So you're dog paddling backwards, more or less. Yeah, because, Johnny, because everybody, basically, it's like the 80s clothes being in fashion right now. So please hit the like and subscribe. It's just a repeat. And nowadays, the things are so modern because this stuff is expensive, and people don't like putting their time and energy in this stuff anymore. So They have to keep this building up because it's a historical landmark. So he keeps buying these landmarks, and then he keeps thinking they can fall apart. Cities, countries, cities, states, and countries don't like that. So they've actually detaxed a building that was, Michigan? Basically, it was an old Masonic temple that he let fall apart because it was a furniture store before he bought it. And he's basically let it fall apart. So the state said, screw you, you now owe us money on that. So I'm sure he was surprised about that one, but it was in a nice area too. So it's bringing the area's property values down. So people are getting upset. So last year, early this year, they told him, nope, that building now costs money. So anyway, who would you miss? If it's not your friends or family, who would you miss? Was it a teacher you used to talk to? Was it a postman who you used to see every day who was really nice? Lady who walked her dog? That you used to talk about things and talk about the breed the dog was? It doesn't have to be as deep as your friends or family. It can be as shallow as what you used to do every day, and maybe the person you talk to at the pastry counter, or somebody's grandfather who you run into every day because he's off to go, play pool or bocce ball or something. Yes, they still play bocce ball here. So, or someone off to mass. This is North Beach. So here, you could be that you were talking to somebody who was walking somewhere all the time, and now you're not allowed to because you want to blame it on us, and it's not our fault that you can't talk to people. That is completely in yours. Is it New Haven, Connecticut? Thank you, Amy M. The building house. All of New Haven has. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, the other building they're in looks like crap. So remember, it's not my fault if you can't talk to anybody. It is your club's fault because they don't want you learning anything that can be considered knowledge, subversive, change your mind, become someone else, and you're being ruled by a skate punk. That is just so freaking bizarre. Is he a legacy from somewhere? I mean, because that would be the only excuse. I didn't think the little one was that daft. There's no other word for it. I didn't think the little one would be that daft to think to put a skateboard guy, especially in the city. If it was going to be in San Leandro or Oakland, fine. But especially in San Francisco, where the police don't like skateboarders and never have. It's always been a war with them. So I guess that's why he was talking about going to other events out of town, because that way he won't get accidentally arrested because the PD does not like you guys. I mean the skateboarders. Scientology, they probably don't think twice about. That's probably why I don't get swatted, because you call it in, I know a cop, active now, and it's just me standing here. So don't think that the police have not talked to anybody else in this neighborhood about me. So, and I've talked to people in this neighborhood and I do not bother them. So if I'm just bothering you, it's basically you against the neighborhood, which I'm sure you used to, because usually you just buy out the neighborhood, right? But you can't do that here at San Francisco. The smallest building here would be at least $8 million. So, and you don't get to have that kind of money because whatever quote unquote profit you have has to go back to the little guys. So it can't be a very nice place, especially if your roof needs to be fixed. There better not be any mold up there. You will definitely get in trouble. You will have an inspector come and look at it. So you better fix it if there's something wrong up there, because an inspector has to look at what they're working on. So you better start cleaning that up now, because mold is hard to clean. You can do it. You can look it up, because this is the Bay Area. But it needs to be in the correct condition for you to continue, or you're really going to have to spend a lot of money having crews clean it up for you. This is just a little advice from somebody who's a native here and knows what all this stuff is like. You freaks. Hi, Vegas. Did I say hi to you, Amy? I don't know. Oh, 2 sandwiches tall. Hi. So yes, I just added another thing to worry about, but you know, you still should be worrying about your casements on the Columbus side of the building because the paint's peeling and that needs to be fixed. You need to highlight your wheelchair access that you have painted over, because that's illegal. You could just get one of those signs that says wheelchair access somewhere else. You don't have to fix your relief and repaint over or paint where it does say wheelchair access. You do need to put the blue on your little wheelchair guy in the back because you can't hide disabilities. Sorry, you guys may not like them, but you can't hide them, and they should all have access in the state of California. It's a big thing out here because we are California. We're annoying, and we know it and enjoy it. So these are little things you need to get fixed. That casement is really important because God forbid somebody should get a hold of the Historical Society and tell them about it, because then they'll go through the rest of the building and tell you what you need to fix. And they'll give you a time limit, and then they'll get pissy about it. Historical societies are a pain in the butt, so you don't want them being sicked on you guys. I mean, I know you know what being sicked on is like because, of course, unfortunately, of a ratty culture, but you wouldn't want to have somebody on the outside telling people what's going on with the outside and how you're not keeping it up. You better keep an eye on that gold foil on the top because that's real, and you'll definitely get in trouble for that one. See, that gold foil is real. You can tell by the little squares. So, unless they did it after they moved in, everything the way that has to stay the way it was when they bought it, which is basically leasing the building. The land is never bought, so not in this sort of setting. So yes, property holders can sell the building on the top, and it's a perpetual thing, and then the ground isn't. That's because they want to keep ground rights. So in case they decide to build, say, a subway through here, which they did sell the market, so which is where all the alternative fuel used to be. And I think they're finally done with it, and it took 8 years or something like that. And now it's all gentrified. Whee! So. Oh yeah, no, the disability thing pissed me off, I'll show you. This one's interesting. Underneath this gold, right here, I don't know if you can see it. You can see the W right there. It's wheelchair access or wheelchair entrance at 8 Columbus Ave. So this is all completely, like, I should go here with it. And dude, if it comes up here with the charcoal and like make a relief, a gray relief of it, because that's completely illegal that they painted over it. So they did I wouldn't think they would spend that much money on gold leaf. So I'm reading. So, yeah, see, horrible casements. This is at least a couple of years old, and we had dry summers before the last two, so that is from dry summers. You can tell because even the base coat is cracking all the way down to the wood probably. Let's see. I don't know. It looks like it in spots. And they're not allowed to do that. They're supposed to keep it up because if the casing caves in, it's a big window to fall apart, don't you think? So, every single window. So it's not like they're doing a window a season or something. They are not paying attention to their building. And they should. Oh yeah, and there's a piece of the marble facade, or the, what the heck is it called? I can't remember now, because it's all done. That marble is all this. It's real marble though, but that's been gone. There's this one here, and this is wearing away. This is eroding. That's erosion. That's not people playing with it. That's erosion. So they need to take care of that. And there's a really ugly crack right there. Yeah, so there's not a lot of things they're doing to this building. They're actually neglecting it. So I'm sure Historical Society would want to know, because this is the original Transamerica building. Somewhere along the way painted this. How weird. They painted over the marble. How disgusting. Well, they don't have to fix that, because unless they did it. Oh, it's a Richard Marx song. Everything is happy and beautiful. Everything is happy and beautiful, isn't it? Do you really get tired of that song after a while? Because I don't even hear it very often, and it makes me just roast out. So if you don't want to leave, you don't have to. But if you do leave, you can go to an agency, a placement agency, and they'll help you get a job. And if they like you, what you do, the next job will come up real fast right after that, and you can use your administrative skills to do all of this work that they need right now, because administrative probably will never go away, because even if you can scan everything, you got to be able to put it somewhere. So they haven't gotten that good at it yet. So you'd want to go to a job placement agency to get placed, and then become something that a secretary everybody would want, and they'd have a bidding war for you. You get a really good bonus from it too, because if they buy your contract out, you get part of that money, because the placement agency wants you to go back to them if you decide to leave your job. So don't you think maybe that's what you want to do, instead of sitting there working for nothing, literally and figuratively, while you have to have another job somewhere else, where you don't even know what your credit score is, because they can't go negative. So your credit score could be 0. So don't you think you'd want to know how to get your life back together? Because if you leave Scientology, you will not die of pneumonia. The church will not fall apart around you. There are just too many people who work this club, that it will not fall apart if you leave. You may be a cog, but you're not the most important cog. So coming out here and getting a job and existing for yourself, and then maybe finding enlightenment for yourself and becoming compassionate again and getting rid of your stoicism might actually be good for you, because lack of emotion is not healthy for your brain. So do you want your brain atrophying because you refuse to have an emotional response to anything? That is not good. And that is actually, doctors say that crap happens. So it isn't the people that LRH hates. It isn't the psychologists. So wouldn't you rather come out here and get a job, get a real job? Hell, even McDonald's, you can go up that ladder fast. So, and especially with the organization skills you guys have, you can do any kind of administrative work and work your way up, because even the lowliest copy boy can actually wind up being a VP one day. I've seen it. Freaks. See, the music's down again. It always goes down when I do that. Yes. I know, I hate when I slip out with church. I slip out with the F word less than I do church. That burns my biscuits, as Marilyn would say. So, who is another person I worship the ground on? Natalie was talking about fangirling. I fangirl the people I watch in the morning, so it's funny. What does it say? Where shall? It's very light. You can't see it. So, yeah. So that's the way it is today in San Francisco, where it's beautiful and too many people have Teslas. Ugh. God, I hope there aren't that many Teslas across the country. We always excuse it as that the factory is here, so that's why everybody has one. Can't stand that man. Look what he did to Twitter. I wonder if she left from here. When they have that bag, as you know, there's an e-meter in there. It's like, do they have to bring their own e-meter to get audited with? Is there a computer bank in here I didn't know about? That would be interesting. I don't know though. It'd sort of be like bringing your own, you know, S&M gear to your own dungeon because, you know, they want to use yours and not anybody else's. Someone is being happy. So, oh, I'm over an hour. Fads, find me a group. Church of Poison Minds. Great, now that song's gonna be stuck in my head. Feliz Navidad, back to you. It's a great song, but it'll stick in my mind forever. It's bad enough I was listening to Rabbit. She played Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, and I'm just, the people next to me on the bridge must have thought I was drunk. Okay, Liz is back on again? Oh, okay, she was on earlier. Well, she's been on forever. Cool. Go raid Liz, tell her I said hi. I want to go to Sacramento one of these days. I saw David Bowie 5 times. Totally not to brag about it, but I loved him, and I have a tattoo of him, which I can show you, which everybody thinks it's a Hello Kitty tattoo because it's right next to her, but it's so I think literally the day after he died I got that. So anyway, okay guys, go raid Liz. I will see you all tomorrow. So here is my pyramid, and everybody have a good day. Ciao, Bellas.